Hello, hello, good morning. Yeah, today is Memorial Day. I know, like maybe it will just be me talking, but yeah, let's just take a look of today's news. Okay, so the first one is um it's USA Today, usatoday.com, and the title is called "No More Driving Distractions: Augmented Reality Windshields Coming to Kai, Audi, and more could change the way we drive." Okay, so so pretty much in this news, it will talk about some AR effects or AR life updating updating current situation about the traffic um, on the windshield display on the windshield. I remember, I would say back in 2015 or 16, there were some new startups. They launched some windshield AR effects projecting on the car windshield, and then live updating the current traffic situation. This types of device, it's kind of like a small device, and if you put near the windshield, under the windshield, and you will project some data on top of the windshield. The problems that need to, it like the biggest challenge about that technology is that, sometimes when the driver is driving and the sunlight is, go directly towards the driver, so it means that the background is super light. How can you project something onto a glass which the background is light, right? So that is a big challenge. And another big challenge is that our eyes, when we see something, we focus on certain things. But when we want to switch to the windshield, the information on the windshield, our focus will switch. So that will kind of cause the traffic accident. Why? Because it will lead us distracting, like kind of like it's kind of another distraction. Because, for example, if I want to see the numbers of like how long it goes, and then our eyes will go directly to the UI on the windshield instead of the road more, far away. So there will be another distraction because our eye only can focus on certain things. And so how can we, overcome these types of stuff? First is that, what if the sunlight is shoot directly from the outside of the car, right? Like directly facing, when the driver directly facing the sunlight, while the windshield, or like the UI be displayed as good as during the evening, right? So this is the first. And second will be, according to our eyes, we only can focus on certain things. What if someone just keep very focusing on driving, but there's some small, stuff that require you to switch your focus to that UI? What if there's some distraction happen and it leads to car accident, right? So yeah, so I think those we need to take into consideration, those two. Yeah, I think the idea is great. If you can see my screen, yeah, I really like the concept. Oh, by the way, this news was written by Nathan Bomey. Nathan Bomey. Yeah, yeah. So this is definitely a good idea, right? But yeah, what I would question are those two stuff, because back then I was working on some crowdfunding campaigns related to the device, yeah, AR device for the windshield, and of course the campaign didn't succeed. Why? Because of those two. They have the technology difficulties, but right now, since we figured out how to do the AR glass better, so I think at this part maybe we can accomplish this part, the technology part. But those two parts, if the sunlight shoot directly to the windshield, what will it happen? And second is that, you know, driving is not the same as when we play games. Driving is that if you know, kind of distract a little bit, then car accident will happen. But for playing games, if you die, you can, you know, or like doing something, you can wait or something, right? It's not like a life threatening situation. So I would say this, we need to think more about this. And yeah, I think as for self-driving car, this might be a really good entertainment system. For example, if you can turn the whole windshield into a home theater, that makes sense, right? So Apple Car, at the end of the article, it talks about as for, you know, Apple can definitely integrate the windshield into the touch screen capabilities. So I think as for this part, yeah, definitely, I would say very, very good and useful. Because imagine you hop on a self-driving car, right? And then you can definitely, you can definitely do a lot of really cool, I would say, fact, or you can definitely do a lot of, yeah, like, like entertainment, home entertainment system. I remember a long time ago when I heard of Elon Musk's talk or like vision for Tesla. He said that Tesla probably will be in the future will be the home entertainment system that takes you from point A to point B, right? Because in the future, if you don't need to drive, yeah, then the car will be an entertainment system because you need to kill time, or you have nothing to do, right? So if we can turn the windshield or the windows into more, watching Netflix or watching some movies, right? Then it makes sense that it's a better usage for the windshield, right? So I think for me, I love the idea that you turn the windshield into display and helping drivers. But what if all the car in the future can drive itself? Then this display, maybe instead of like putting some traffic information, you can turn it directly to entertainment system. And I did the test drive on Tesla Model 3. I didn't own Tesla. It's too expensive for me right now. But I did do the test drive, and I find out that Tesla drives much better than me, and especially for the parking, parallel park, or some certain parking. I am really bad in the space, especially I couldn't really calculate me and the car, right? I don't know how big the car is when I was driving in my driver's seat. So I usually mismeasure the space. So every time when I park, it's really bad. Yeah. So, and I was really worried about I would bump into other cars. But when I did the Tesla self-driving, the car just drove itself perfectly into the lines of the parking lot. And I was so surprised because I've been driving for, let's say, 13 years. I've been driving for 13 years in my life. And Tesla drove better than me. And when I was doing the self-driving test drive on the freeway, I feel like I was trying to go left, but Tesla didn't allow me. So I was so scared, but it seems like Tesla knows how to drive much better than me. So I feel like, yeah, if the self-driving car can do much better job than me, why should I take over their job, right? So I'm happy to see, yeah, maybe the next step of this step, I still have two concerns, just like I said before. But as for this one, I I would love to see all the windshield turn to entertainment home systems. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first news. Yeah, I know today's Memorial Day. So yeah. So pretty much I just keep talking to myself, but it's all good. Yeah, I just keep the routine and make sure, because I started realize that people do watch the videos and listen to the podcast. Before I thought like, okay, I just keep the routine. But yeah, I knew people watch it from India. So, I mean, I have to, keep doing it because I feel like, yeah, this is kind of a promise. But in the future, if I have some, some other stuff I have to do, then we will figure out a way. But I want to keep this show as a routine. Yeah. Okay. So another one is called, okay, so it's Ex, Explica.co. Okay, so this news is the title is called "This is how the new augmented reality glasses from Vodafone are and work." Okay, so there is a company called Vodafone. Yeah, they are inventing their glass, AR glass called Unreal. For me, I don't know. I think Unreal. I don't know whether that is the same company or not, but Unreal Light. Unreal Light. Let's take a look. I'm just suspicious because Unreal is Unreal, right? Unreal.ai. Yeah, Unreal is this one, right? So maybe their mother company is called Vodafone. Vodafone. Okay, so Unreal pretty much they have a lot of story about Unreal Light. So yeah, so probably it's the same company. Okay, so yeah, Unreal Light. Okay, so by wearing this, it will power. It can be powered by the Android phone with Android 11 or higher, and you need to use USB-C 3.1 connection, and it's kind of like an AR glass, but you have to use your Android phone as a power. So I think it's the same company, Nreal, because when I see this news, I was like, oh, Nreal actually is already there, and when I see the logo, it's pretty much similar to that company, but I think it's the same. Yeah, okay, so it's Nreal Light, and you need to download the AR app, and it will enable the AR function on the glass. So yeah, so it has 2 space cameras, 2 microphones, 2 speakers, and the USB connection. Okay, so yeah, so I think okay, so it's the same company. So I have no problem about this because I find out when I see this because it says Vodafone. Vodafone, I haven't really heard of this then, but Enreal, Enreal is kind of like trying to take up the AR glass. Yeah, kind of want to beat Magic Leap. Okay, so yeah, if they are the same company, then everything makes sense right now. So pretty much right now, all you need to do is to download the 5G 5G reality AR and open it through new Bula. Okay. So right now, every company has its own software name, which right now is still every company still develop their own thing, so they have their own system. But yeah, right now I know that Vodafone is probably the mother company of Enreal. So yeah, which is very interesting. So right now, how many AR glass did we talked? Yeah, I think a lot. Yeah, like Apple, Apple and Facebook and Unreal, Magic Leap, HoloLens. What else? Yeah, I think Epson or some other companies. They are working on AR glass. Yeah, so I think in the near future, probably next year or next year, we can have some gigs. That we can start using or start developing on those classes. Okay, so new brew line. Oh, okay, so you see, oh wow, this is, yeah, I feel like everything feels like magically, but yeah, but I mean, okay, it's fine if they are doing this and they didn't get caught, or nothing. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, it's, yeah. Okay, so another one, the third news, the last news is on the goodtimes.sc, goodtimes.sc. Okay, so the title is called Researchers Use Virtual Reality to Show Dangers of Sea Level Rise. Okay. So pretty much in this news, the researchers pretty much put people in the VR headset and let them see what will it looks like if the sea level rise, right? Because it's a little hard for people to kind of like envision the complicated aspect of view of the future, like how what will it happen when the sea level rise, right? So yeah, so if VR, because since VR is pretty much put you from one place to another place, like teleporting you to another simulation, so you can kind of envision what will it look like in the future, like so I think this is definitely a really good way to to help people to envision. And they think that this is the first time that people can actually see and experience what the future of their community will look like in a way that can help inform a conversation about the future. So I think that, yeah, especially for example, like El Nino years, right? I think right now, I don't know, right now, California's weather is pretty strange to me because, everywhere else is pretty hot. But right now, I have to wear a jacket. It's a little cold for me. It's like a winter or autumn, right? But right now it's May or June. So I feel like the weather is not right. Yeah, suppose I need to turn on my AC, right? It's supposed to be really hot, and especially California is a desert. But I don't know why now I feel still cold. Yeah, the weather is not as familiar to us right now because of the climate change. So yeah, so you see, like the global pandemic, climate change, we need to start figuring out how can we do for all those, or or we have to migrate to other planet. Yeah, because like the Earth, yeah, is right now. I feel like a lot of unexpected things happening. So yeah, I couldn't really feel if we keep doing whatever we are doing right now, we will be somewhere, right? We need to do something different so we can, be kind of live longer as a human, as a species, right? So yeah, okay. So yeah, thank you for listening it, maybe the recorded version. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.